Anna Julia Cooper, one of the most educated women in America, was born enslaved in 1858. She would go on to earn a doctorate from the Sorbonne in Paris, lead one of the most respected black schools in America, and write words that millions of Americans still carry inside their passports today. But when Anna was born in North Carolina, none of that seemed possible. The law did not see her as a future scholar. It saw her as property. Think about the history she witnessed. She was born during slavery. She survived Reconstruction and Jim Crow segregation. She lived through the Harlem Renaissance, 2 world wars, and the beginning of the Civil Rights Movement. And she died in 1964, only months after Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech in Washington, D.C. In many ways, Anna Julia Cooper had been living that dream for more than a century. Today, her words remain inside every United States passport. Anna challenged that system directly. She demanded permission to take the same advanced classes as the men. Eventually, the school allowed it. And Anna excelled. She consistently outperformed many of her classmates, proving that intelligence had never been limited by gender or race, only by opportunity. At a time when most universities in America would not even admit black students or women, Anna enrolled at Oberlin College in Ohio. Oberlin was one of the few institutions in the country willing to educate both. Even then, women were often pushed into easier academic tracks. Anna chose mathematics. In 1884, she earned her bachelor's degree in mathematics. 3 years later, she earned a master's degree in mathematics. For a black woman in the 1880s, those accomplishments were extraordinary. She had already achieved more education than many Americans believed black women were capable of obtaining. Before we continue with the story of Anna Julia Cooper and the secrets that consumed an entire community, make sure you're subscribed to Echoes of the Past and hit that notification bell. We uncover the darkest corners of American history that textbooks won't touch. And leave a comment telling us what state or city you're listening from. After graduating, Anna moved to Washington, D.C., where she began teaching at the prestigious M Street High School. The school would eventually become one of the most respected academic institutions for black students in the country. Anna believed education was more than job training. She believed it was liberation. At the time, many white officials argued that black students should focus only on industrial or manual labor. They believed advanced academic subjects were unnecessary for black Americans. Anna rejected that idea completely. Inside her classrooms, students studied Latin, Greek, philosophy, advanced mathematics, literature, and history. She prepared black students for universities like Harvard, Yale, and Oberlin at a time when many Americans still questioned whether black students belonged in higher education at all. And her students succeeded. Again and again, they earned admissions to major universities and proved their critics wrong. In 1902, Anna Julia Cooper became principal of M Street High School, making her one of the first black women in America to lead such an important academic institution. But success brought conflict. School board officials criticized her educational philosophy. They argued that black students should receive practical labor training instead of classical academic education. The attacks against her grew political. In 1960, officials forced her out as principal. Many historians believe the decision had less to do with performance and more to do with the discomfort powerful people felt seeing a black woman successfully leading one of the nation's strongest black academic schools. Anna did not disappear. She continued teaching. She continued writing. And years earlier, in 1892, she had already published a groundbreaking book titled A Voice from the South. The book examined race, gender, education, and freedom in America from the perspective of a black woman, something almost unheard of at the time. Inside that book, Anna wrote words that would survive long after her critics were gone. The cause of freedom is not the cause of a race or a sect, a party or a class. It is the cause of humankind. Those words would eventually be printed inside every United States passport. Millions of Americans now travel the world carrying her words without realizing who wrote them. But Anna Julia Cooper still was not finished. Most people slow down in old age. Anna crossed the Atlantic Ocean. In her 60s, she traveled to Paris and enrolled at the Sorbonne, one of Europe's most prestigious universities.
She studied while still working as an educator in Washington, D.C. She also helped raise children she had taken in as family members, and she completed her doctoral dissertation in French. Her research focused on slavery and the French Revolution. Then, in 1925, at the age of 66, Anna Julia Cooper defended her dissertation before faculty members at the University of Paris. She earned her PhD. A woman born enslaved in the American South had become one of the first African-American women in history to receive a doctorate.
And she had done it in another language, on another continent, decades after most people would have abandoned such a dream. Even after that achievement, Anna continued working. She taught for years longer and later helped lead Frayling-Hoyson University, a night school in Washington, D.C., created for working Black adults who had never been given access to higher education. She served as its president into her 80s. Anna Julia Cooper lived to be 105 years old. Think about the history she witnessed. She was born during slavery. She survived Reconstruction and Jim Crow segregation. She lived through the Harlem Renaissance, 2 world wars, and the beginning of the Civil Rights Movement. And she died in 1964, only months after Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech in Washington, D.C. In many ways, Anna Julia Cooper had been living that dream for more than a century. Today, her words remain inside every United States passport. The cause of freedom is not the cause of a race or a sect, a party or a class. It is the cause of humankind. Most Americans know the quote. Very few know the woman who wrote it. Anna Julia Cooper was born into slavery. She died as one of the most educated women in America, and history still hasn't fully caught up to her legacy.